squares are empty public spaces. So we are talking about equipment to put. We are talking about equipment to put in a public space that normally it's wide open and it's clean of like special equipment. So one topic of discussion or possible topic of discussion should be what kind of equipment should the square or the public space have.
Instead to start in asking which kind of equipment should to have this square, we could start talking about what is public space and what is private space.
I think this topic it's all about the right to intervention, to intervene in the square. I think what you're talking about is not the sort of the equipment, because it can be anything. Different peoples need different equipment. If you have old people who want something, kids another thing. If you have to do something to everyone, I think the issue is not the interesting in this topic is how to overcome the bureaucracy of intervening in the square.
I think most of the time the aesthetic doesn't really matter. If for example if the accessibility is given and people, maybe there are no cars around that square and they can just really walk out of the door and they're on their square. They use it. If there are benches, like modern benches or old benches, it doesn't really matter. And I don't think you have to redesign a square when there is actually there is equipment there. I think it's more to think like a little in an urban scale, or like in a not master plan scale, but like look how the people actually move through that area and how they reach the scale. That is a lot more important.
I think the focus on facilities and facilitating spaces sometimes takes over for example, the history of the place, the mentality, the locals. Yeah.
For example, in the back of the grass church, just in the end of the street, you have a big building that belongs to the army that is 70% unoccupied. Okay, it's not a square, but in the back there's a gigantic square that it's really empty and will continue to empty. Okay, I cannot enter there because it's the army. But what is our right to occupy a space like this? Do we need more squares? Do we need really more public space? In Lisbon, I think so. I think we need more public space. We need more public space where people, like in Italy, can get together and discuss and use. That's it.